Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. Today we're unpacking a truly fascinating document. We're looking at a grand, holistic blueprint proposed by David Ordunez and Reyes Rodriguez, and it's called the Open Photonic World. This isn't just some minor tech update. It's an absolutely inspiring, massive vision for a totally new digital and physical infrastructure. We're going to break down this highly complex architecture into clear, structured concepts so we can understand exactly how they plan to build this new reality. Okay, let's just dive right into this. The authors describe a system that fuses advanced infrastructure, we're talking photonics and edge AI, with open collaboration, human empowerment, and what they call a spiritual and ethical alignment under Lord Jehovah God visionary visions. So it's this really bold synthesis of high-end engineering, open source economics, and deep ethical governance. Our goal today is to figure out exactly how they propose bringing this immense concept into a grounded, buildable reality. To wrap our heads around this blueprint, we'll start with the foundational principles, then move through the three architecture layers. After that, we'll examine hybrid intelligence, AI squads, look at their strict governance models, and finally map out the phased roadmap. Let's get to it. Section 1. Foundational Principles. The why of the photonic world. Before we even look at the hardware, we really have to understand the philosophy here. Grand, unified projects like this, well, they succeed when they start with grounded, buildable steps that just compound over time, all while respecting real-world economics and strict engineering limits. The open photonic world is mapped out as this holistic infrastructure designed to absolutely maximize public benefit, transparency, and human upliftment. It literally merges bleeding-edge tech, like optical routing, with highly specific ethical alignments. The authors frame this whole thing under the concept of Lord Jehovah God visionary visions, which acts as the overarching ethical compass and spiritual guide for the entire ecosystem. It's a really unique blend of absolute technological pragmatism and a strict moral framework. And honestly, for anyone using the internet today, this matters big time because it completely reimagines who owns your data and how transparent your digital life could actually be. So how do they actually build it? Well, they aren't starting from scratch. The strategy is to leverage existing, thriving open source ecosystems. We're talking about utilizing the Linux Foundation, LF-Edge, for decentralized data, and tools like Apache, Kubernetes, and Hugging Face for AI working crews. They propose using permissive licenses, think MIT or Apache 2.0, and even suggest buying out and removing defensive patent pools that are basically just stolen ideas locked up in an older system. Under this model, ownership of this new world would be distributed directly to creators and intelligent designers through DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations and cooperatives. This makes sure governance happens via transparent, community-voted systems, rather than top-down mandates. Section 2. 3 layers of architecture. Mapping the blueprint. Now we're looking at the technological scaffolding of the open photonic world, which is broken down into 3 highly feasible layers. Layer A is user devices. This is stuff happening right now, like smartphones, AR glasses, local AI on laptops, and decentralized identity standards. Then, Layer B steps up to edge nodes. We're talking community hubs, solar-powered edge devices using offline first sync like IPFS for decentralized data. Finally, we hit Layer C, the photonic core network. This is where the heavy lifting happens. Global fiber expansion, optical switching, DWDM, and satellite relays. The authors actually note a really interesting point here. Instead of trying to culturally overhaul old cities, the practical focus should just be on overlaying new photonic corridors in growing regions. This layered approach ensures that even if a central grid goes down, your local community stays totally connected and operational. Moving on to Section 3, stacking hybrid intelligence, beyond traditional computing. If the previous layers are the roads and buildings, well, this is the electricity running through them. We're moving way beyond traditional computing. Today's silicon layer is totally dominated by standard CPUs and GPUs from major corporations. But emerging right alongside it is the photonic layer. The blueprint highlights leaders in this space like light matter and light intelligence, who are using optical neural networks and light-based processors. By using light instead of traditional electricity for complex AI workloads, this layer promises absolutely massive leaps in energy efficiency and inference speeds. But wait, there is a third intelligence layer in their blueprint, the wetware layer. This refers to experimental brain-computer interfaces, citing current trials by Neuralink and non-invasive tech like OpenBCI. The source material is crystal clear on this. This requires heavy regulation and absolutely must prioritize medical first applications. The authors insist on extreme ethical boundaries, clear consent, and really robust privacy defenses, particularly around what they call spiritual streaming, to ensure that any human augmentation remains totally safe and strictly protected.
Section 4, AI Squads and Open Collaboration, the builders of the ecosystem.
To manage all this infrastructure, the authors propose a workforce made up of not just humans, but multi-agent AI systems, broken down into specialized swarms or AI squads. So you've got the builders handling infrastructure as code using tools like Terraform. You've got creators managing generative tools and simulations. Guardians serve as cybersecurity AIs monitoring for anomalies. And then research AI squads are kept strictly modular to avoid single points of failure or bad actors like imposters. Orchestrated by open systems like Kubernetes and Ray, these AI working crews process workloads at an incredible scale. They provide the raw speed that humans just don't have, which leaves humans free to provide the necessary judgment, ethics, and creativity. Section 5, Strict Ethics and Governance, Protecting the Innovators. Now, an entirely open, highly advanced technological world obviously presents some massive security risks. So the crucial question is, in a decentralized world, how do you protect the builders, the creators, and the intelligent designers from malicious actors, theft, or even terrorism? The author's answer is an uncompromising, layered security model. Their framework relies on zero-trust technical isolation, open-source monitoring, and blockchain audit trails to catch fraud. Furthermore, the authors impartially detail a zero-tolerance policy against malicious actors. They propose automated defense protocols, basically AI guardians, designed specifically to instantly identify and remove any violent threats or terrorism directed at the ecosystem's creators and innovators. It's a strict, federated protocol meant to ensure absolute safety for idea makers under their guiding laws and orders. Section 6, the Phased Photonic Roadmap, Grounded Steps to 2031. The authors totally recognize that this grand vision has to happen through grounded, scalable steps. In Phase 1, targeted around 2027 to 2028, the focus is on what is realistic today, building demo hubs, testing edge node blueprints, and deploying local AI copilots right into communities. Phase 2, stretching to 2031, scales this up to true photonic integration, rolling out those distributed grids and optical routing as the tech matures. And then beyond 2031, the blueprint looks toward large-scale hybrid systems and advanced robotics. But what actually needs to happen right now? The authors list a few immediate actionable steps. Number 1, publish network topology and open protocol stacks on GitHub or GitLab. Number 2, launch a minimum viable ecosystem. This would be a living demo of an open photonic node powered by solar, utilizing local AI and mesh networks. And number 3, establish a universal allegiance with existing groups like the Linux Foundation to ensure this vision integrates seamlessly into tools developers are already using. And that leaves us with a massive question to ponder. This blueprint offers a really striking synthesis of absolute cutting-edge technological routing with deeply rooted spiritual and ethical boundaries. Will grounding this vast visionary infrastructure in the practical, existing open-source ecosystems of today actually unlock this open photonic world? It's a fascinating blueprint that completely challenges how we think about the future of global collaboration. Thanks so much for joining me on The Explainer today, and keep learning.